guys, welcome to another CHP Paranormal Investigation. It's me, Chad, and as you guys see with us tonight, we got Grady, my wife Heather behind the camera.
Hey guys.
We're here at Ancolot Cemetery out in the Holiday, Florida. First time we've been here. We already are hearing footsteps like walking around us and everything. This is a very interesting cemetery. Supposedly somewhere in this cemetery there's a Civil War soldier buried.
Oh wow.
And lots of reports, different reports about this cemetery. A male entity that very much will mess with females. They also say that you'll see the Civil War, the spirit of the Civil War soldier wearing either periodical clothing of that time or even in his uniform.
Oh, cool.
So I mean, that's just some of the reports. And then what's cool too is also when you come to this place, there's reports of other spirits along the road into this place. And I mean, as you see, it's pretty wide open, and how they got the graves set up here are like, I just heard something over there. Yeah, but I mean, how they got the graves, they got them kind of like clustered together in spots and then like wide open in other places. So you gotta be real careful when you're walking here to make sure that you don't accidentally walk on somebody's grave. You know, it's very easy to do. Also, we're gonna be going multiple places tonight. So yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy this adventure, because this is just gonna be a fun non-stop night of investigating different places that we've been, and of course we're starting off in a new place. And also at the end of this video, we got a major announcement that we're going to be making to everybody, and it's very cool. We're very excited about it. It's an opportunity for us. It's either going to hurt us or it's going to do good for us. I think it's going to do good for us because, as you guys know, we consider ourselves more of the real deal. We come out here, we don't add anything into our videos. We don't have an extra person running around.
We get what we get.
You know, sometimes our videos can be real boring because we're out here doing an investigation, don't get nothing, or we're going to get activity. So, but that's the heart of actual paranormal investigating. You know, not every time are you going to get poltergeist activity, stuff thrown at you, and things of that nature. So
sometimes you're not even going to get voices.
I would
going to go somewhere and be bored.
Yeah.
Part of the reason we made sure to all be together tonight is we are approaching our 1-year anniversary on YouTube as a team.
Nice.
And it's been a while since you guys have gotten to enjoy us investigating as a full unit. So we couldn't think of any better way to do this tonight than to go as far as our little feet are willing to carry us, and to do so together.
Yeah, and it's actually a little over a year since I did my first public video for
nice.
Paranormal investigating. I did that with Bella, just me and Bella, at Sunset Memorial Cemetery, where my step-grandmother's buried.
And my uncle is buried there as well.
Yeah, that night it was just me and Bella, and it's been a little over a year. We had to do it on Facebook Live. And we transferred it over to the YouTube channel. So
I would, before we get started, like to give everybody a real quick reminder. Please put your earbuds in. You are our extra eyes and ears anytime we're in the field, and you may hear or see something that we don't catch in the moment, or you may hear something different from what we thought we heard. Please let us know. Timestamp it, put it in the comments so that we can go back and double check again.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a lot easier to hear those EVPs and things that we might be missing in the field if you're wearing your earbuds.
yeah, definitely, because I mean, we're not going to put any kind of suggestions on anything we hear, even through our editing. You know, we want you guys to feel like you're in an interactive investigation that you're watching at the same time. So we don't want to influence you in any way. So feel free, like my wife said, if you hear something different through the the spirit box sessions, than what we heard, let us know. We'll go back and listen to it, because we're in the heat of the moment, and maybe we're hoping to hear something, so we hear it, automatically hear it on our own, and you heard something different. So that's why we record it and investigate it, because they go back over and see if we made a mistake or not.
Yep.
And real quick before we take off, first of all, Grady, when you bend your head down to look at your phone, that hat is really creepy from the angle of the camera.
Good.
Second of all, real quick, I need to hand the camera over so I can grab my t-shirt.
I love this hat.
And then I will be more than happy to take back over on the camera.
So guys, just to kind of give you
You
guys...
got me locked out of the car.
Oh.
Oops.
Yes, I did lock the car.
But tonight is definitely going to be a team effort all the way around, start to finish.
Oh yeah.
Because
Alright,
we
guys.
just can't do it without each other.
Alright guys, I'm going to kind of give you guys an idea of what we're dealing with out here. See, already there's a grave down here.
Very dark.
I mean, it's very, very dark. Even with the light and everything, it's dark. And that's a house back there. But
And we're going to apologize ahead of time. We do have an infrared night vision camera. However, at this particular juncture, we're having technical difficulties getting it to pick up the audio. So we're getting, it's recording, but we're not getting the audio that you would normally get along with it. So we're going to have to hold off on using our night vision camera a little bit longer to get those technical difficulties taken care of.
Or if we do use it, we will use it as a static cam, to where the static cam has no audio. It's only visual, so...
And I'd also like to maybe try and use it to see if I can't get some photographic evidence while we hear some good still shots from it.
But,
And as always, my husband Chad, he's our team leader. He's the main investigator when we're in the field. Of course, if you're new to joining us, Grady, he is our second investigator in the field when we're all together. And myself, I, for the most part, stay behind the camera and try to walk through this to make sure you guys don't miss anything. On occasion, I'll do some investigating, but we'll get to that point when we get there. Hun, take it away and lead us through.
alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and start with the spirit box. Normally I don't. Normally we do a lot of walking around first. But I feel like it'd be cool to start with the spirit box tonight. So if there's any spirits out here that would like to talk to us, I got this device in my hand, and you can speak to us directly, and we'll be able to have a conversation back and forth when I get it started.
S-Box. Scanning. FM.
And for those viewers new to our channel and possibly new to paranormal investigating, would you give them a quick recap on how a spirit box works?
I'll give it in a minute. Is there a spirit of a Civil War soldier who roams this cemetery?
I thought I heard a confirmation in there, but I'm not sure.
Can you tell us where about you are if you answered us?
I heard I'm over here, but I'm not quite sure where here is.
Is there any other spirits other than Civil War spirit that like to speak?
Okay, I caught no, but I'll do my best.
Do you know? Can you tell us what color my car is?
I heard it.
You heard it?
I did. I'm not going to say it. Hopefully one of our viewers heard it too.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it suggestive though.
Are you the spirit that likes to be kind of a little mischievous towards women?
Oh yeah. Wow, that's loud. Sorry.
Well, I gotta have it loud.
I know.
Hear it over there.
Yeah.
You know, that's,
I know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm struggling with some ear problems.
do you like it when people come out here to do investigations to talk to you?
Sure.
Were you the one watching us the last time we drove here and didn't come out of our car?
I was.
How many spirits are walking around the cemetery?
I didn't quite catch that.
Can you try again and come in a little bit clearer?
I heard 11, 12, and 15. Those were the three numbers I was able to catch.
Alright, well I thank you for communicating with us. I'm going to go ahead and turn this device off.
You're welcome.
I just heard it. And,
We're all here.
alright guys.
I heard you're welcome and we're all here as you were muffling the speaker.
Yeah. So I'm hoping you guys are able to hear that. Like we say, have your earbuds on because it's really hard to hear and make out because the voices were coming in real low. My wife is just really good at hearing.
Yeah, it's definitely really good.
Like my wife could hear a mouse peeing on cotton.
I honestly have to say I think it's just an additive to my clairvoyant abilities.
Probably.
And it's
Probably made perfect.
not always a blessing, guys, let me tell you.
So,
But
what do we do?
since I have this gift, I think I'm obligated to use it.
Well, yeah.
So that's what I'm out here doing.
So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put another toy out here.
What you got now?
Oh, yes, our REM pod. We have a REM pod now.
Now,
You want to show Grady our REM pod, hun?
Now all
Very
you gotta
cool.
do is come up close to this, and the lights will come on. And the closer you come to it, the more lights will come on. So, any of the spirits that were just communicating with us, the Civil War spirit, you know, feel free to play with.
You don't think having it on top of the car might be a little too high?
So what? Yeah, I'm gonna actually set this.
There we go. Oh, wow.
Very interesting.
Right? Usually
Can you
it
do that
would have...
again? Can you touch it again, please?
I can see the numbers fluctuating.
Please try and get close to it, if not touch it.
Remember, the closer you get to it, the more it's gonna go off.
If you need some extra help, I give you permission to draw energy from me.
Same here.
I am going to open myself up for energy source if need be.
Like I said, feel free to play with it. It's not gonna harm you. Nothing we have here with us is gonna harm you. It's just a way to let us know that you're here. And this one will let us know exactly where you're at because you have to be able to touch that.
We have a lot of respect for you. We have respect for your home. And we know this is your home. But, you know, us, like many other people, are curious about what happens when we pass away. And if you're willing to show yourself and help share your story, you could help us answer those questions.
Is that rain?
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
it's so rainy.
Okay, that was my husband touching it to turn it off. We're getting a little bit of a sprinkling coming in, so we're preparing just in case we have to make a dash back into the car to protect our equipment. One thing I can say, last time we were here, guys, there was footsteps all around us before we could even have a chance to step foot outside of our car.
Yeah.
And it hit the point where it actually sounded like somebody was bum rushing our car to rush up on us. And that's when we made the determination to go ahead and
Not investigate.
not investigate, as we already had aggravated spirits and we didn't want to aggravate them further. I swear I saw a shadow move over there.
So guys,
Sorry.
so my wife wanted me to explain to you the S box and the spirit box and how that works. On the S box, I run it through backwards in the AM frequency, and it's running so fast that it for when a word comes in clear, that's the spirit communicating. Now the S box, I can't really speed it up as good as I can with the S box that I got. I mean the
SB7.
The SB7. The SB7 I run at 150 milliseconds. Backwards on FM, that's 0.15 of a second. That runs, and for you to get a clear word, every station, somebody would have to be saying a syllable of a word to make it a clear word, and it's pretty much almost mathematically impossible for that to happen. So when we use those kind of things to communicate out here, it's a little bit more of an exact piece of evidence for us. It's hard to refute. Now the S box, if you run it through FM in the back, it runs a little bit slower. I can't get it up to 150 milliseconds, so you hear words too clearly on the FM.
And for those of you who have been with us before, you've heard us say it, but I'm going to repeat it again for our newbies that are watching tonight. The act of paranormal investigating is a science. Paranormal investigation is a science like any other science. You hypothesize, you theorize, then you go out into the field with different pieces of equipment that react and behave in different ways and gather evidence, which will help to either support and confirm your hypothesis or what we call debunk.
That's the first job of a true paranormal investigator, is debunk. If we could debunk it, then then okay, not paranormal.
And you always want to try. You don't want to attribute everything that happens just to paranormal activity.
But now, I watch different things on YouTube, different people on YouTube, and to a lot of you guys that get on YouTube and y'all want to sound matter of fact, I mean, I'll be the first to tell you, if I don't know for sure, I'll tell you I don't know for sure. But I mean, a lot of y'all get on YouTube and want to talk like it's a matter of fact. What you're saying, there's no argument against. And there was one guy that I seen on there who says you can't go to school for paranormal investigating. There are schools that have parapsychology, which is what a thing that you need when you're in the field. You can get a degree in demonology, which is awesome to have in the field as a paranormal investigator. And there are schools out there that will give you a degree in the actual paranormal investigating part, where it teaches you how to use the equipment, how to conduct an investigation. So,
and the other field would be cryptozoology.
Yeah. So I mean, you can get degrees to help case that we hit the 20-minute mark, people, that our camera shuts off, but in case you didn't hear it, there are different degrees that you can get that actually help you understand the paranormal field. So for people that want to run around and say, oh, well, you can't be a professional, there's no such thing as a professional paranormal investigator because you can't get a degree in it. You can get degrees that help you in the field and you can become professional. It's just not a huge thing because most paranormal investigators, we kept it quiet. We were a small group,
And true paranormal investigators, for the most part, they stick together, they support one another, and we do keep it in a group because while we're out here studying and investigating and trying to prove or disprove hauntings, there's always going to be somebody on the back end that has something negative or nasty to say to put you down. And you gotta have pretty thick skin to be a paranormal investigator.
You gotta have pretty thick skin. Not only be a paranormal investigator, but be a paranormal investigator on YouTube. Because people are gonna look at your videos and swear to God that you're faking evidence, no matter what. So
There's always gonna be that one person.
yeah.
The skeptic, the non-believer, or just somebody looking to cause some drama because they're bored.
Yeah.
But we do this because we love it.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can continue on in the field, pioneering and creating a path for others to follow. Because I have to say that's probably one of time's and age-old question. What happens after death?
Everybody wants to know.
And what better way to find out than to communicate with the dead?
You guys, I'm sorry that we're kind of staying around the car. I'm looking at this cloud that's coming this way, and
Yeah, we really don't need.
I don't want to be too far from the car if it decides to open up on us. Especially since I also got the windows down. So, we might be going ahead and concluding this portion of tonight's investigation here. This is definitely a place where we're going to come back.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And do a little bit more investigating.
On a little bit more clear night.
So, without any further ado, we will see you guys at the next location. So, keep watching. Alright guys, we're here at our second location of the night. We're here at the Yellow Murder House. For a while, we've been here before. This is Grady's first time here.
Yep. Happy to be here.
Me and Heather, we originally were never going to come back to this place. But due to the fact that we saw another YouTuber's video that was filmed Super Bowl Sunday after the Super Bowl, and when I was watching it at one part, they did a lights out challenge, and I couldn't see any proof of any editing into it, and there was somehow a noise and stuff. The stuff still piled up. I'll show it to you when we go in. But all of a sudden, stuff got piled up into the room. Doors got shut. Cabinet doors got open.
Oh wow.
So, and another group, they've been here multiple times. So I mean, I figure if they're here multiple times, they might be getting something. So we're here to just go ahead and check out and let Grady check this place out for his first time.
Yeah. Well, why weren't you going to come back the first time? Did you just not get anything good, or?
It just wasn't.
Very low level activity, almost along the lines of being more residual than intelligent.
Yeah. And that's just getting a whole lot of the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. So
Let's go check it out.
Let's go on and check it out, guys. We have on the table.
That's a nice piece.
And with the layout of the house, I was able to pretty much conclude what the house actually was. But I'd like you to see the house layout and everything for yourself. And see if maybe you come to the same conclusion that I did.
Man, this furniture was comfortable when you take it. What's over here? Oh, wow.
Now, in a lot of the videos, this is an area that has the most activity between right in here to over here.
Okay, so over in that corner area?
So yeah, like this kitchen in there, and in here.
Talking about when there might be a ring.
Yeah, and it used to be like hanging lights.
Light or ceiling fan. Looks like a light.
Yeah, there were hanging lights.
Yeah.
In one group that was here, the lights started moving, but obviously somebody came in here and took the lights out. One of the debunkers showed that one of the group's people went up into the attic and started hearing noises in the attic. You could see like the insulation stuff on the person, and that's where I think this hole came from.
Oh, it fell through?
Oh, it almost did. And this one right here.
What? You guys just got blood sucking.
So,
Like, was there blood play in the house?
let me see if there's a easier way for you to come up there.
But this is definitely an entertaining, definitely an entertaining room. Open space, bar. Let's read back to the bathroom.
Alright.
Is there another way?
No, they're both stairs right here.
Okay.
Huh. There's broken glass all over the floor over here. That's new.
Honestly, it's feeling very Mason-y. Or maybe like a Lions Club type home.
Well, I mean, if you look right here, you can see in here, and if you bring the camera too much, you can see where the glass broke from.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But, right
Which
here.
means I'm not gonna call him up there.
Can you, the camera?
Yeah, you got it there.
Alright, so guys, the other group that was doing their lights out challenge were in this room right here.
If you go around the other way, Grady,
Yeah.
there's a ramp that bring you up in here.
No, there's not, that's stairs.
Oh, that's stairs?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But this wasn't there when they turned out their lights. And you heard a noise, and they turned on the lights, and this is what was shown when they turned on their lights. Suddenly here, the door over there was shut. That door right there is shut. The cabinet's all open.
I see that the refrigerator's been moved out from the wall since the last time we were here.
Yeah.
That was against the wall before?
Yeah, it was up against.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, that pile of stuff looks like it was very particularly and purposefully placed and stacked.
To me it does too. And I mean, I'm gonna have to really look at that video again a couple times to see if I can see the edit glitch during the lights out. But when they turned the lights out, this room was, you know, they could walk all over the place in this room. The lights went out, you heard noise, they turned on their lights, and all of a sudden this was here in the middle.
Yeah, I know, I watched the video with you, but I'm sorry, it just, honestly, I think it was done by a person. I think it's staged.
I mean, I'm kind of in that mode too.
And I have zero
look too-
problem saying it was staged. Well, I can't say for certainty, I wasn't here. I'm just saying, what?
Bat outside.
Jesus Christ, don't scare me like that.
Well, I wasn't trying to let the bat come in.
Oh my God.
Wasn't gonna get attacked by a bat.
But I mean, I can't say I wasn't here, but it looks staged.
And here's the where.
Especially considering the level of activity we've experienced here.
Here's the office, and as you can see on that door, it says office over there.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I'm sticking with my previous assessment of this house and the layout of this house. Honestly.
Yeah.
And I still, even now, like, I feel like we're in a quiet, empty, abandoned house.
And I don't know if it's this wall here or this wall right here where another YouTube group was in here and supposedly the entity threw them against the wall.
Okay. For one, I'm gonna say straight out, because here, hold this. Okay, I'm not a short person, right? I'm between 5'7" and 5'8". Do you realize how tall the person would have had to be to make that indentation that high up in the wall if they were flung into it? Because I don't think somebody's head would make this shape indentation.
No, that
That would have to be somebody's shoulder.
well, that's the thing. The person who is probably a little bit taller than me. So I mean, here, hold the camera again.
If the person thrown into that wall to make that type of indentation had to be
I mean, if you look.
taller, I'd say taller than you
Yeah, that's what I'm
to
saying.
make that indentation. So we're talking 6'4",
Yeah.
6'5".
Or it could have been this wall over here where he kind of got thrown supposedly.
And that one looks like someone your height could have been a part of that. But I'm sorry, you'd have to be thrown into this wall. Look, okay, I'm gonna test right here. That's still pretty fucking sturdy drywall.
Yeah.
Someone would have had to been thrown into that wall with a great deal of force to cause an indentation and damage like that.
I agree. Now,
And would have been injured.
now this room right here is one of the rooms we did get some activity in.
A little bit of response on the spirit box. I think we heard some footsteps and a little bit tapping. The smell of mold is horrible in there.
Figure out what pocket I put stuff in. So,
I Gotta stay out here.
That's fine. I'm gonna be right here. And
That mold is too much for me.
Xbox. Scanning. FM. Scanning. AM.
if there's any spirits in here that would like to communicate with me, there's people that claim that there was a murder in this house. Is anything here to confirm that?
I heard that clear as day. No murder.
No murder? Did somebody OD in this house?
No.
Did anybody die in this house at all?
I didn't catch the response.
I'm not hearing a response.
Yeah.
So I can get out of this room.
That mold,
hallway.
it's too much.
So we'll go.
Sorry,
No, that's fine.
my allergies have been out of control as it is.
That's fine.
Alright, I'm sorry, those indentations would have required somebody your size or bigger to be thrown with a great deal of force, because like, look, we tested, guys, I want you to see this. It'd take a lot of freaking force to bust that drywall with indentations like that. So there's no way possible that I can see that a spirit threw somebody that forcefully into two different walls, causing indentations like that.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do the spirit box scan up right here, because this is kind of like the area, this room, like I said, and right here. And if you want to believe that pile right there.
And that back room, the smell of mold and mildew is horribly intense.
Yeah, you're talking about your allergies. So.
Scanning. FM.
You'll have to see the footage and see the indentations in those walls I was just talking about. It would have had to be somebody his size or bigger to be big enough to have made them. And that person would have had to have been slammed into that wall so forcefully that they would have been injured.
Do anybody harm here?
No response. Is it upsetting you that people keep coming and destroying your home?
Did a spirit or people put that pile of stuff in the middle of this room?
Man. Said man.
Was this a halfway house for people on drugs?
Sure.
How are you doing with that?
No, I think it was a halfway house.
Maybe.
I think it was a men's only halfway house for people coming out of jail or rehab.
I have a feeling like there's been a lot of traffic through this house. Like large groups of people, which would make sense in that.
Can you shut any of the doors?
The only thing I think I picked up was I don't know.
Are you the one who's opening and closing the cabinet and the kitchen doors?
No.
Can you make a loud bang or thump in here to let us know you're here?
Kind of making it with the S-box. You heard that? You didn't hear that through the S-box?
The thump?
Yeah, they weren't thumping on something. I heard a thumping coming through the S-box.
Can you make
You heard
a
that?
couple bangs on the walls?
No.
Did you originally die here?
No response.
Alright, well, I'm gonna end the communication. Thank you for talking with me. Okay, guys,
Yeah, I think you guys might be right. It's mostly residual.
I think,
Like I said, I feel like a lot of gatherings or party, maybe, like you said, if it was a halfway house or something, maybe this is where group session was held. But I feel a lot of people in this room. Like,
this was where meals
Okay.
were held. This
So-
was where meals were held.
That's why I'm
Medication was given.
See, that's why I was feeling maybe a mason or
Like,
some kind of group. Yeah.
and I had explained to them last time you weren't with us, doing the work that I do, I see layouts like this all the time. This area over here with the washing hand sink would have been where medications were passed out and things like that. This would have been used as a dining room
Yes,
area
lawn chair.
for the people that lived here. Okay. The owners would have lived in the back master area that has its own entrance and exit to the building, because normally in a smaller place like this, the owners generally live on site and run it. And then, of course, there's 2 kitchens and a halfway house. You know, they would be cooking for themselves a lot of the time.
Yeah.
They have a room that was obviously a living or entertainment area, and then they have a room that was obviously meant to be an office. Even the door back there says office.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I don't know if it was some type of assisted living. I'm leaning more towards a halfway house.
I don't know how much of that you
I really don't know how much got cut. I apologize.
but really, once again, nothing to this house. I mean, not even thumps or,
Yeah.
very little on the spirit box.
Scariest thing we encountered was opening the door to a bat.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So we're gonna go ahead and conclude this portion of our night, and we're gonna move on to the next
See
one.
where the next place is.
And we're just gonna call it is what it is. An old group home
Or something.
or halfway house of that sort. And the claims of what happened here just look too staged to
Yeah.
be anything else.
Well, like you said, I mean, it doesn't feel like there's.
No, you don't. It doesn't. I'm sorry.
Like,
It's
if you were
quiet.
In a house trying to check it out to see whether or not I'd buy it, and then.
Yeah, it's quiet, it's peaceful. The house definitely has potential to be something nice.
Yeah, it can be really nice. Like I like the open air of all the rooms. You know what I mean?
But
Like, that really spacious.
at the end of the day, it's an old, empty, abandoned house.
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything about haunting at all.
And I'm sorry, I don't even feel comfortable calling it a murder house.
Yeah, at this point it's just the yellow house.
Alright guys, so we're gonna say goodnight for now, and we're gonna head towards one more location, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah.
So check in with you guys here in a little bit.
Alright guys, we are at our third and final location. We are here at Myrtle Hill at the Chimes Mausoleum. So you might hear the chimes go off. We're back here because we get a lot of activity here. We get a lot of responses on the spirit box. We get a lot of EVPs. So once again, I'm going to remind you, have your earbuds on and really listen, because you never know what we can catch. Last time we were here, we were talking to Stephen here.
Stephen or Stefan, however they pronounce it.
Stephen Houlihan down here, and he's a Packers fan, we found out.
Nice.
Through the spirit box.
Oh, it smells so good in here too.
Mhm.
Flowers.
And then there's other times where we hear either from Herman or Emma.
Yeah.
Here.
The little girl, I remember the first time we came here when I was.
Emma, hold on, no, Emma's not. I think Herman and Emma are husband and wife.
Husband and wife. And
Right here, Emma J. Vosberg, 1903 to 1986, and Herman Vosberg, 1899 to 1990.
Wow.
so, and we're not 100% sure if it's Herman that we hear from or Emma yet.
Usually we get the name Emma.
Yeah. I believe it might be Herman looking for Emma. That's why we get the name Emma.
Not a bad theory.
You know, and then when we're in the other mausoleum is where we find the spirit of Stephanie, the little girl who got hit by the car, and likes to run around and you catch her shadow out of the corner of your eye a lot of times. So as you guys can see, I got the REM pod set up, so if there's any spirits in here, you know, I'm Chad and Grady's here with us, and my wife Heather's got the camera.
And I'm going to show you guys, it doesn't hurt. Look, I walk up and see when I touch it, the lights come on and it makes a beeping sound. When I let go, it stops. But look, it doesn't hurt at all, so feel free to touch it.
Yeah, feel free to play with that. You know, it's a way to let us know that you're here. It'll let us actually know that you're right there
Yeah.
for us. And in a few minutes,
It also gives us a way that you can answer yes or no questions.
yes. And then, guys, I have pulled out the SB7, the PSB7 spirit box this time, and not the S box.
And just a reminder, because we know you've done it before, we've heard you guys, you can always talk right into the camera, and when we review that, we'll be able to hear you.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this spirit box on so we can have a conversation. Stephen, Herman, Emma, or anybody else that's here that wants to talk with us, feel free to use this device that's in my hand.
And actually, the last time we were all here together that I did catch those EVPs, I was standing right where he is right now, and the two of you were over here with the spirit box. And that's when I heard, when I played it back over EVP, I got lobster and his hands.
Through the necrophone or the ghost coming out to mention the chair too.
Yeah.
I know that I was here. Yeah.
It's like they were having their own conversation and they were watching you and talking about you. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, is there anybody who'd like to speak to us in here tonight?
Yep. I heard yep. Hi, everybody. Oh, please.
Hit the wrong button, sorry.
We're happy to be back visiting you guys. Nice to see you. It said, when I said we were happy to be back visiting you guys, it said, nice to see you. You guys are always so nice and so welcoming to us.
Is Herman or Emma around tonight?
She's done it. Who? I forgot.
Is Steven here tonight?
Oh, I wish I could have made that out.
Steven, if that was you, can you let us know again?
Just a second. It said just a second.
So I'm gonna come stand over here by your plaque, like I did last time.
Next to me. That's what it said, next to me.
I'm next to you. Now, Steven, remember the last time we talked, I learned that you're a Green Bay Packer fan.
We can talk. I've been here.
Well, unfortunately, the Packers lost against the Bucks in the NFC Championship game.
Not unfortunately. Really not me.
I missed what he said.
I did too.
So the Buccaneers became the first team to play and host the Super Bowl in their home stadium. And they won the Super Bowl.
All right.
So history was made at the Super Bowl this year.
I know it. Hey, man.
So I told you I'd come back and give you an update. So I was just being a man of my word and gave you the update. Is that somebody else trying to come through? Whoever's making that number go from this 0.6 to 0.7, can you make that light up?
I thought I heard I can't, and then I touch it with my hand like a question mark.
Yes, if you touch it with your hand.
I heard it was probably something in a male's voice and a how in a young female's voice.
Just want to hear it.
Okay, he's mine.
Would you like me to show you again how to work it? Yeah? All right, watch. My hands go in the air.
All right.
As it gets closer, then when I touch it, it all goes on.
Beginning.
You
Move.
don't have to touch it, you just have to get near it.
Hang on. I want to do it.
Would you like me to put it at a different location?
Old lady.
Old lady.
Can I ask you to touch it? That's what it said. Can I?
You have my permission to touch it. That's what it's there for.
Anybody that wants to can, feel free.
Any? Yes, any. They're talking amongst themselves
Yeah,
too.
I got that too.
Some of them are responding to us, some of them are talking amongst themselves. They're just not real sure about
Are you able to
it.
actually hear us? And you need to let the others know?
Steven, if you're talking, would you like me to put the REM pod next to your plaque?
Close.
Close. All right, I'm gonna move it.
Thank you. Never again. Look. It's there, it's right there.
So all I was gonna do, you were standing next to me just a minute ago.
Hold on for a second. Almost.
Well, there's a fluctuation in numbers.
Are you sure?
We're 100% sure, it's not, I promise. We don't bring nothing that's gonna hurt you. Nope.
Okay. I like that. It's beautiful. Got a switch.
It's got a switch?
That's what it said.
Yes, that's the on-off switch.
Okay.
Interact.
What's that? That was new. I can't look at it anymore. You,
Alright, so you guys don't seem to like the rest part.
I lost my turn.
No, you can follow it. You can follow it. I'll be over here. And if you don't want to interact with it, it's over there.
Cool. I'm trying.
Literally don't hate me.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off this device to my hand. I appreciate you talking with me.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Good stuff.
Wow, sorry. That gets a little intense when there's so many of them talking at once.
Your phone to your device is off. Goodbye.
Oh, can you take this for a second?
Alright, guys. So we got some activity right there on the spirit box, and I'm gonna leave the room pot over there for a little bit, and hopefully they'll get curious enough and
Or less apprehensive of it.
Yeah.
They seem to be a little unnerved because it's new? Because
well,
they did mention that it was new?
yes. Now, one thing that I can say is a lot of times older spirits, you know, like they get nervous when we bring out the new technology because they don't understand it.
That would explain why they were talking about the switches and everything else that's on
Yeah.
it.
But I'm pretty sure that if like I had cat balls, like cat toys or something, and I put it over there somewhere and asked one of them to move it, they'd be more inclined to move that ball
Yeah.
for us, to show us that they're there. And another one that we've been told that's cool to use is the spinners.
Oh, the fidget spinners.
Yeah, the fidget spinners are cool to use.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, now that I
Because
think
look at
about
that
it.
as like great
Ingenuity, yeah.
like type of thing.
So we need to invest in some fidget spinners and some cat balls.
Yeah, cat balls are easy.
Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem. Here you go.
We go to the dollar store to get.
Sorry, I felt like I seriously felt like I got bum rushed. Like I started getting lightheaded and nauseous because it's like there were so many coming through all at the
Yeah,
same
there's a lot of
time.
intercommunication between them.
And it really, wow.
They were repeating themselves, but it was in a different voice. So it was
That-
like one was asking and then one was telling.
That was intense. I'm sorry. That's the most hectic we've had it get here.
It's also raining too, so.
Yeah, it overloaded my senses
Yeah.
majorly.
They seem to be really apprehensive of that REM pod though.
Yeah.
Might be a lot more older spirits.
There were some younger voices that are really curious and wanted to try that were coming through, but it was almost like the older ones were being kind of parental, like, oh, I'm not sure about that,
Yeah.
you know? Oh,
Well, the numbers-
maybe you
the numbers
shouldn't,
fluctuate.
you know what I
I
mean?
noticed that when you first put it over there, too, that the numbers had changed again.
Oh.
Here by Steven, or something. You could put it-
Sorry,
I
guys.
don't know.
It's at 24.1, 24.0.
Do we know what those numbers are representative of?
It's the same thing as the EMF.
Okay.
So it's measuring the
Electromagnetic.
electromagnetic field in a certain radius around the box?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm assuming it's probably the same distance as that which would interact with it, you know what I mean?
I mean, it's supposed to let you know that without the lights coming on, that something's close. So in theory,
Right.
there's possibly something that's like around it, like looking at it like this.
Yeah.
You know, and like probably taking a couple steps closer to it and then backing up from it.
Okay.
You know, just trying to get a feel for it to see.
But not getting quite close enough to interact with the
But this-
lights and sound.
This is one of those devices that, you know, you might sit it down and for the first hour,
It's a
that's all it will do. And then all of a sudden, it'll light up green and you'll hear the noise and.
Yeah.
As the spirits acclimate to it and become more sure about
If
it.
it was me and we were somewhere and I went into a room and felt oppression, I'd leave it there and then go check out the rest.
Well, I
And the
mean,
moment that it started to go off, I'd come back and start trying to.
The first, when it finally came in the mail.
At that point.
When it finally came in the mail, I put the battery in it, I turned it on, I put it on the floor, and I was watching Bella, and Bella was real curious with it.
She was.
Like, she would walk around it, looking at it, get closer.
And we yell at her.
And when she finally made it go off, she jumped back like a cat.
I bet you that. See, that's what you should have been recording.
Like, and she looked at me and looked at it, and looked at me like, did you see that?
It attacked me. I don't know what it did, but it attacked me.
You know? And so I kind of, by watching that interaction, I feel like that's what's going on now
Okay,
with
yeah.
the spirits. That same thing, you know, I want to go over there and look at it and touch it, but I'm not sure about it
Yeah,
yet.
like I said, apprehension, not necessarily uncomfortability, but not quite sure what it is.
Whereas you go to some places and turn it on and walk away and they're instantly
Yeah.
messing with it. You know, but like I said, this is just one of those tools that you really just sit it someplace where you know where it's a hot spot.
And almost put like a static cam on it, or
Yeah.
just have a camera set up to do nothing but watch the REM pod
Yeah.
while you continue to
Yeah,
investigate.
I've seen them used in other
Yeah.
investigations.
But that's the same with a lot of stationary tools. You set them up, you make sure a camera can see it, and then you continue your investigation and hope that it got a response.
This sounded like that.
See, I thought it sounded like a distant conversation, voices. But it was kind of shrilly, almost like the.
What was that?
That's what I'm saying. Do you hear that?
It was very soft squeaking.
Yeah.
It sounded like something get close, but not close enough to make the light go off, but close enough to just barely make the noise.
I say it sounded like a really soft squeaking. I don't know if squeaking's quite the right word. Is this
It's a bench.
okay.
It's like it's not somebody's.
No, it's not anybody's headstone or grave.
I'm sorry, I gotta sit down. It's taking me
Yeah,
longer to
every time we
recover
go.
from that than I thought.
That every time we kept hearing that little squeak or something, it's coming from.
Sorry about that little cut, guys. We hit our 20-minute mark.
So yeah, that squeak is coming over here from where that is.
Okay.
Where the squeak actually kind of sounds
I
like
thought it was.
a squeaky rocking chair that you would sit in.
Yeah. Or see, in my head, I envisioned like two children playing at a distance is what I heard.
See, I kind of got that, I got that sense of like, when you sit down in an old rocking chair and make that first movement, yeah. That was what I picked up.
I mean, honestly, what I thought I picked up was like a real quick, like
Like really, really.
Yeah, but
quiet and really
soft.
quiet, Yeah.
yeah, because I would have had it kind of faster, like whatever it was like going real slow at it, and as soon as it kind of heard it make a noise, it kind of
Right, yeah.
backed its hand. Like I feel like something.
Yeah, but the volume doesn't change depending on distance.
I mean. Maybe.
Well, but I mean, there's nothing that says a spirit or entity couldn't manipulate
Yeah.
the equipment in their own way.
Or even try and mimic.
Yeah.
I'm watching.
That-
It keeps going. It keeps fluctuating from.
I mean,
24
that's
to
actually-
4.0.
That's actually a pretty interesting thought. That,
Mimicking.
yeah, that maybe an entity was mimicking the sound.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I can't get it to work, so I'll just make the sound.
Yeah.
Like someone driving down the road,
They have to.
someone driving through bad traffic and their horn's broken and they're going, ha!
Yeah.
I mean, so you see, guys, this is what paranormal investigating, real paranormal investigating is like. You know, you're gonna sit around, you're waiting for something to happen. It's kind of like fishing. There's no guarantee that you're gonna go out there and catch fish. All your bait might get eaten up. For us, all our power and our equipment might get drained.
Yeah.
And we not catch a single thing. We might get nibbles here and there.
Like,
You know.
squeak.
Like at the swamp house.
Yeah. But I mean, every once in a while, you just get lucky and you nail the big one.
Oh.
You know,
And speaking of which, it's not flashing yet, but we are to 1 bar left on our battery at this
all right.
point.
So,
So we have a few minutes, but once it starts flashing,
yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna call it a night. You guys see, till we turn off the camera, I'm not gonna turn off the REM pod, just in case
Just
it
in
goes
case,
off.
yeah.
While I'm giving the outro.
oh yeah, because, yeah.
Okay, so I promised you guys an announcement.
Yes, yes.
All right, we have decided, and we reached out to Bayou, the Angry Cajun, and he's watched our videos, and he likes what he's seen. He saw that we don't fake our content in any way,
And he extended us an invitation.
and yeah, he extended us an invitation to join his paranormal, become part of his paranormal group, where we're still our own, but we're also along with him, and then we're part of BA Paranormal,
Which is
Research.
owned by,
which is owned by Bayou, and he also sits on the council seats for the
World,
WPS,
yeah, World Paranormal Society.
and has asked us if we would want to join the WPS, and we have accepted that. All our evidence now, his team, when we download it on YouTube, his team takes it and they send it to the Catholic Church to get analyzed.
Well, they review it, and then if they find that it's evidence worthy of being
Documented.
analyzed and documented, they forward it on to the Catholic Church, in which case, once the Catholic Church approves and verifies it, we get a certificate of authenticity
Yay.
regarding our paranormal evidence.
Good. That's
So-
great.
That's the big news for us, and along with that, we are supporting the Truth Army.
We are now members in the fight for the Truth Army.
We're gonna go out there and we're gonna put out real evidence. I'm not gonna, and just because we're joining the Truth Army, that doesn't mean we're gonna turn around and just start bashing anybody
No.
for the stuff that they put out on YouTube. But do understand that if we happen to go to the same location that you have gone to, and we investigated, and we don't get the same activity, we are going to let you know that we're not getting the same. We ain't gonna out you.
No.
Never will you hear us say, oh, such and such was
This
here.
group, that
This
group,
group was
these people,
here.
that person.
We're just gonna say other YouTubers were here. This is what they got. We have done everything like they've done, and we're not getting near the activity they get every time they come here.
And if you have questions regarding that, or you want to dispute our findings, reach out to us.
Always.
We'd be more than happy to have intelligent conversation with you about it.
Yeah, we're not trying to put down anybody. We're not trying to discredit anybody. We're just saying that, we take this seriously, and we try to put out the right kind of evidence, real evidence.
Blinking red light.
So that is what we're about. That's what we're doing.
So we have officially accepted that invitation.
Good stuff.
Our group is now, as my husband said, part of BA Paranormal, owned by Bayou or the Angry Cajun. We are proud members of the Truth Army. And looking forward to submitting to the World Paranormal Society.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, super excited about this.
We're all very thrilled about this.
So if this is your first time with this channel, and you're into real paranormal investigating, hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost a thing. Just hit that subscribe button.
Like, subscribe, tell friends.
And make sure you put the notification bell on all, so that way anytime we drop a video, you're gonna know, and you can watch it.
And as a thank you for the invitation, I will be putting the link to the Angry Cajun in our comments below,
Yeah.
in our description. You can find the link to Bayou and the Angry Cajun.
So, and also you can find us on our other social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at CHP Paranormal Investigations.
Yep.
And if you, a family member or a friend, have a house or a property that you feel is haunted, or it's haunted, or paranormal activities going on at it, and you'd like somebody to come and investigate it and document it, or even if you want to document it and have a cleansing because your house is not peaceful, you can reach out to us on our email at chp.paranormal.16@gmail.com. That's chp.paranormal.16@gmail.com. Once again, guys, remember, like, share, subscribe.
Tell your friends.
Hi, everybody.
Bye.
Until then, I'll see you at the next haunt.